Hello all, this is Cy Ruby, and today I'm going to be playing Muramasa and the Demon Blade. I picked this game because I felt like it, no other reason. Now, I'm going to be playing on, this game is a very Japanese game, and there are two difficulties usually. There's Muso, which is easy. There's Shura, which is supposed to be hard or arcade-like. Muso is more like an RPG where you get a lot stronger and the enemies stay the same, but Shura, the enemies level up with you and actually level up faster. Then there's Shigura, which you get by beating the game. What happens in Shigura is that it's the same as Shura, except you have only 1 HP. And I'm going to be playing the game like that and trying to get 100%. I don't know if I actually can do it or not, but let's continue. Now, this game is kind of unique because it has two stories. It has the story of Momohime, which is the female, and it has the story of Kisuke, which is the male. I'm going to be starting with the male right now, just because of the fact that why not? He is the ninja scroll of the Demon Blade, is called his story, and I'm going to shut up for... Okay. So, you start off with this very gorgeous environment, and here they explain what souls are. Basically, souls are needed to forge new swords that are stronger than the ones you have, and that'll be very important later on because your swords get a lot stronger as you make new ones, and your old ones are very weak in comparison. As I said, this is going to be 100% run through, so, in a couple areas, I'll be searching throughout them to see if there's anything I missed, but mostly it's probably going to be quick for the most part. If anything takes too long, I'll cut it out. And yeah. So, this game is actually, I think, is pretty interesting just with mechanics, because you have your normal run here. Oh, it's an enemy environment. Now, I might die my first time because this is 1 HP and I haven't played this game in a while. Okay, good. I made it through the first battle. That'd be pretty bad if I didn't. Now, this game, it does have a habit of basically when you're in battle, it's a lot different than when you're out of battle. When you're out of battle, all you can do is move around, pick up souls, double jump, and then hover. You double jump by pressing up again, and you hover by holding up. Now, if you'll notice the map, which you can switch with Z to be at the top, full screened, or in the middle. Now, normally, this is my personal preference. I play the game with it on full screen normally, but since this is an LP, obviously that won't cut it. So I'm going to have to play most of this game off memory. Whenever you see a basket, though, as you can see right there, that means there is an item hidden in the level and you can grab it. And when you take that item, the basket stops glowing. It's pretty important because there's a lot of stuff in this game, but it's pretty straightforward. And I died already. Well, I guess this is a good time to explain death. Death is basically you just go back to the start of the area with full health and get everything back. It's actually a slap on the wrist compared to most games, but you need it to be since you only have 1 health. If somebody actually has played the PS2 game called Sphere, they'll notice that this game looks strikingly familiar, and that's because this is actually Vanillaware made this game, and they are the people who made Princess Crown, Sphere, and this game. And they all look very similar, they play similar, but there's a few differences that I like in this game compared to Sphere, because of the fact that this game is a lot smoother to play and a lot faster. Now, I just switched to a short sword, so there are differences between short swords and long swords, and a lot of people, I bet, will find a short sword to be a lot more fun to play because the short sword is a lot faster, you can move a lot quicker, and you're a lot less vulnerable. However, the long blade does a lot more damage and has more range, but range is usually not an issue for this game because you can move really quick while attacking, and it's a lot of fun. There are a lot of neat little combos in this game that you can use to help you. just as I am doing. I'm not even using special attacks yet, and those are really broken, actually. They're probably why this game is possible on 1 HP, because the special attacks make you invincible while attacking. I'll show that off in the next fight. There is a scoring system in this game after each battle. Oh, apparently I need to stop talking about that. There's little huts in in some places that you can get items after opening a chest, like that one. There'll also be sometimes enemies hidden in those. Enemies are usually never difficult in this game unless it's a very special occasion, and that's either the normal enemies being cheap or a boss. This game is a lot of fun, but it's not exactly. Oh, if you've played Odin Sphere, you know that Odin Sphere is really difficult, actually. Like, Odin Sphere, the common enemies will kill you super easily, especially something like a slime if you're not a magic user. But in this game, all the common enemies are easy unless they just explode when they die, which is dumb. So here's the scoring system. The money is in Rio and Mon. It's what you would expect. There's experience, and it's based on the time you do and some special features. I think we're nearing the end. Yes, you see that little flag? That means we're toward the end and we're about to fight a boss. And here's a battle that always happens. These are kind of rare in this game, but they do happen. Okay, I guess I'll show you a special. This is a special. You're invincible during the whole entire animation, and they're usually really strong. However, you use up you use up a bar at the top that has swords on it, and you have a choice of 3 swords. And when the sword breaks, you can't use it until it recharges. And like a Muramasa, it's when you sheath it that it will start regaining power based off the blood of your enemies. But there's no blood in this game, so that sort of negates the purpose. Now, if anybody knows the folklore of Muramasa, they know that it's supposed to be that the Muramasa, once it's been sheathed, it has to taste blood before. Once it's been unsheathed, it has to taste blood before becoming sheathed again. But that is not actually true in this game because of the fact that, man, I'm dying. Because the users of the blades have learned a secret technique. What is that? I guess we'll figure out. I want to talk about how the items work. Basically, in the upper right hand corner there, alright, and when this area is destroyed, it actually gives you a bunch of soul that wasn't there before, just because you beat all those enemies. Now, soul is used to level up weapons, as I said before, but it also restores special attack, or the sword meter. Not sure what to call it at this point, but let's go with sword meter right now. This is another predetermined fight area. Once again, we just have a bunch of ninjas. If you don't like these blue ninjas, you're going to be seeing them a lot, so I wouldn't suggest playing the game if that's to be the case. Yeah, let me finish off these guys real fast. Oh, my sword broke. I am the dead. I want to switch to my short sword and finish this off real quick. See ya. Alright, now this is what the area looks like. You're going to see areas like these all the time. It does repeat a lot, and the scenery sometimes repeats, but honestly, it doesn't hurt the game that much just because of the fact that you're going to be focused on the fighting a whole lot when playing this game. Otherwise, you're playing the wrong game. Another little hut with some healing. Oh, okay. Let's just finish these guys. Now, one of the things that you can do in this game is that you can dodge by holding down and then a direction. And that will make you dodge in that direction by rolling. You are invincible during it, but I just find it faster to kill the enemies faster than they can attack you. Sometimes that won't work, but you know what? Until then... Ah yes, this does have a level up feature, and the only thing that level up does ordinarily is that it allows you access to new weapons, and it also restores all your health. But since I'm in 1 HP mode, it can't really store more than 1 HP. Nope. Yep. I want to talk about how the items work. Basically, in the upper right hand corner, there are your items, and you press left or right on the D pad to choose an item, and then you press down to consume. When you consume an item, you either regain health or your attack or defense raises. I won't be using food items because of the fact that I only have 1 HP in this mode. Alright, this is the boss area. And every boss area, there's a save point right here, thank God. And I will take you. Yeah, I've played this game a lot. Yeah, I'll save. So I'm gonna do something a little bit different. For the boss area, I'm going to record the video, and then I'm going to talk about it later, because of the fact that during a boss fight, I will not be able to finish it successfully if I'm talking to you guys while doing it. They are too difficult for that. So I'll see you then. Until then, enjoy the later me. Hey guys, this is later me. Now when you enter the boss, there's always a before point where they talk about the story a lot, and this is where you get the bulk of the story and about who the main character is and what he's going through. Later I will be interpreting for this for you, and actually in later episodes I think I'll probably do a voiceover. Till then, let's wait till the boss and read the text. Alright, so this is the last cutscene, and we're going to be introduced to the boss of this area. And the boss to the prologue is, in fact, wait for it, drum roll somewhere, a giant ninja. His name is Kurosaki of the Skull Valley Ozra Ninja. So basically, from what that little opening gave you, Kisuke, or however you say it used to be a part of this ninja tribe, but recently he apparently killed 7 of his own people, and for some reason has amnesia. Here are all the deaths that I had from the boss. Which there are quite a few. In fact, I died a total of 13 times. And I'm not proud of it. Because Zarusuke is actually a very easy boss. It's just that any boss in this game, it's almost impossible not to hit once by them. And if you break your sword, you take a little bit of damage, so you can't even protect yourself like normal in the game by breaking your sword and switching blades. So he has a couple of attacks. Usually they deal with his pinwheels. One of them is where he'll take 2 of them out and start attacking you with each of them. Another is where he'll throw a shuriken either above or below him, and it will wind back on the opposite position. And he has a jump attack, which is the most annoying because it sends a shockwave out on the ground, and that move almost always breaks the blade instantaneously. I would consider him probably, like, in the normal story, he'd be like 2 out of 10. You may die like once against him, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. Otherwise, but in here he's like a 6 because I had to restart like 13 times. The bosses are incredibly difficult just because of the fact that it's so hard to avoid every single attack in the game or block them without your sword breaking. I suggest using specials a lot, like slice them for all he's got, and then right before you're hit by a move, use a special. That almost since specials grant you periods of invulnerability. Once he gets below half health, he'll start glowing red, and he'll even do this super move. He'll start jumping all over the place and trying to get on top of you. That move's pretty annoying, but it's nothing that's anybody can't handle. Yes, this game is very much a hack and slash where you have to do as much damage to the boss as possible in the smallest amount of time while trying not to get hit. The bosses are the only thing that really give you trouble. I've spent 30 tries on some bosses or more on 1 HP mode. It can be quite difficult at times. Okay, that took a while. A lot of deaths that I wasn't happy about. I got 2 close calls though. Okay, and with that remaining, let's see the rest of the story at. We got a new blade. It's called Nagasone Kotsune, I think. I probably screwed that up. Whatever. My battery's running low. Alright, so now it seems we're being approached by Kitsune, and specifically Yuzurura, which has turned into her human form to greet us. She wants to talk to us about giving us a Muramasa in exchange for lending her our skills of the sword. She basically plays the role of your partner later in the game. She will help you do many things, and also is an interesting person to chat to. In Momohime's story, there's a kitsune that also joins up with her, and each of the kitsune has a distinct feature. Now, Momohime's kitsune is very easy to tell what her feature is, and that would be she basically has breasts that are like E or F or G or something. And while this one's a little bit harder to tell, it's in fact the fact that she has a gigantic ass. Which you can't tell until there's a specific spa scene that you see. It's nothing too bad, but you get to see it, and it's kind of crazy. These foxes right here are just explaining the how the Muramasa and the folklore work. So I'm going to end it here pretty soon. I need to figure out who I am and try to get my memory back. Maybe I'll go to Skull Valley. Just when I was worried about taking on an enemy base alone, I get a Muramasa. Your battery is running low. Even if you're trying to trick me, I agree, as long as it is a real Muramasa. This ends my first video of this. I'll see you guys next time. This has been Cyreby. Like, subscribe, talk about it, comment, whatever. Do something or nothing.